Earlier today, President Trump held his first cabinet meeting since the war with Iran began and said the U.S. operation is, quote, way ahead of schedule. He also discusses the state of peace negotiations.
They are begging to make a deal, not me. They're begging to make a deal. And anybody that saw what was happening over there would understand why they want to make a deal.
Ed O'Keefe joins us from the White House now. And Ed, what else did the president say about the state of a war with Iran?
Well, he has just said in the last little bit, Nicole, that instead of a 5-day pause on plans to bomb Iranian energy infrastructure, he's now given it 10 days until Monday, April 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Talks are ongoing, and despite erroneous statements to the contrary, they're going very well, he says. So a signal that talks, despite public denials by Iranian officials that there are negotiations underway, the president says they continue. And he said earlier today, in essence, Iran needs the deal because they don't have much of a military left. Take a listen.
Frankly, I thought the oil prices would go up more, and I thought the stock market would go down more. Hasn't been nearly as severe as I thought. I think they have confidence in maybe the American president and maybe the people sitting around this table.
While he says that stock prices may have stabilized, we should point out that global economists today now estimate that U.S. inflation, American inflation, could spike to 4% this year. That is more than they would want to see. And, of course, gas prices now have climbed for 26 consecutive days, gained about $1 in the last month for the average cost of a gallon of gas. We've also seen mortgage rates uptick, while applications for mortgage dip, Nicole, at the time of year when we usually start to see them increase as people start thinking about buying a home either in the spring or the summer. So there are signs of economic issues here at home, even as the president is suggesting that Iran is in more desperate need of this agreement.
And very quickly on DHS funding, what more do we know about the discussions that the White House is having, not only internally, but also with Congress? And is there any chance that the administration could take unilateral action to address some of these impacts of the shutdown, like, for instance, paying TSA workers?
Yeah, no plans as of now, at least, for the president to do that unilaterally. Obviously that could change at any time. But in essence, they are keeping a tune of what's going on up at the Capitol, as Torian was talking about. They're not quite there yet. And the White House concedes that while the White House has had conversations about a number of ideas, they say, to, quote, blunt the impact of the Democratic shutdown crisis, no preparations or plans are currently underway. The best and easiest way to pay TSA agents is to fund DHS. In other words, the White House and Democrats continue this staring contest, both sides really eager, Nicole, to not be the first to blink, because if either side does, they're going to have to give a lot. And so far, at least, the political will remains on both sides to just keep staring.
All right. Well, we hope somebody blinks soon. Ed O'Keefe, thank you so much.